Former President Benigno Aquino tweets the Philippine media's deafening silence under the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte, breaking his silence a year after his self-imposed ban. Aquino says the media was so critical of his government that even the flimsiest issue would not go unnoticed. He adds the media now seems a little quiet about the human rights violations and extrajudicial killings under the Duterte administration. He does not cite particular stories, but during his time, some news reports even cited the number of times his chronic coughing would disrupt his speech, prompting calls for him to give up smoking. Aquino says that even during martial law under the late strongman Ferdinand Marcos, the media continued to find ways to criticize bad government policies. He says, quote, "What I'm trying to say is when it doesn't cost you, you were so, how should I put it, brave. When it could possibly cost you and it's not even happening in the same token as it happened in 1972, suddenly the silence is kind of deafening." United States President Donald Trump's eldest son and his former campaign manager will testify before Congress next week as part of investigations into the Trump team's alleged contacts with Russia. Donald Trump Jr. and Paul Manafort are scheduled to testify in an open hearing before the Senate Judiciary Committee next Wednesday. Both attended a controversial meeting with a Russian lawyer last year, in which they expected to receive dirt on Trump's 2016 election rival Hillary Clinton. Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner, who also attended the same meeting, will also testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee on Monday, but in a closed-door session. Trump Jr. sent shockwaves through Washington when he confirmed the meeting by releasing a series of emails in which he was told the campaign could get very high-level and sensitive information that was part of Russia and its government support for Mr. Trump. Still on Trump, the U.S. president says he regretted appointing Jeff Sessions as Attorney General as he sought to protect himself from the growing firestorm over Russia's alleged election meddling. Sessions was one of the first senior Republican politicians to endorse Trump before last November's election. He stood aside in March from overseeing an FBI-led probe into whether members of the Trump team colluded with Moscow during the election campaign. It earlier emerged that Sessions did not disclose during his Senate confirmation hearing that he met twice with the Russian ambassador to Washington. Trump says Sessions had acted unfairly in taking the job in the first place if he had felt in any way compromised. Trump says, quote, "How do you take a job and then recuse yourself? If he would have recused himself before the job, I would have said, 'Thanks, Jeff, but I'm not going to take you.'" Veteran United States Senator John McCain, a former prisoner of war and the 2008 Republican presidential nominee, is diagnosed with brain cancer. McCain underwent surgery to remove a blood clot from above his left eye last week, but tests revealed that a primary brain tumor known as a glioblastoma was associated with the blood clot. Glioblastoma is a particularly aggressive brain tumor affecting adults. It is not McCain's first bout with cancer. Doctors removed several malignant melanomas on McCain's skin in the 1990s and 2000s, including an invasive melanoma in 2000. McCain and his family are reviewing treatment options.